Okay, so you may be wondering, how do I get into accredited only deals if I'm not an accredited investor? The term accredited investor is something the Securities and Exchange Commission has said that you have to have a certain net worth, at least $1 million outside of your primary residence, or your income has to be $200,000 to $300,000 per year, whether you're married or you're single. So if you don't qualify on either of those, a lot of these deals you don't have access to. But there is a secret that I'm going to tell you about that will open up all of these deals to you, even if you don't have the net worth or you don't have the income. What are you talking about, Bronson? I thought you had to have either one of these two. It's like, no, there is a way. That's something new that's happened that's sort of secret that most people don't know about. I'm going to jump into it. I'm going to share why I think it's transformational, because you'll be able to get access to deals that you couldn't have access to before. We're going to go over in 3 easy steps. I've got a quote for you at the end. I think you're going to enjoy it, so buckle up. Okay, so as we get started here, I am not an investment advisor anymore, even though I was. I'm not your investment advisor, so obviously make your own decisions before making any investment decision. Consult your professionals. So the secret, are you ready for the secret of how you can become accredited without having to have net worth or the income to be able to show it? Well, there's this thing that's changed that the SEC made in March of 2021, where they said if you take this test called the Series 65, it allows you to now become accredited. Now, I know you may be saying, hey, this looks kind of hard. I don't know. Taking a test and then you become accredited. Well, yeah, that's actually what they've said. Now, I can speak from personal knowledge. I've actually taken the test, and it wasn't really that hard. Now, again, obviously, that's relative. It depends on how you take tests. It depends on different things. I'm going to get into kind of how much work it really is. But if you take the test, you basically now get a stamp that says, congratulations, now you're accredited. So it opens up different deals, whether they're multifamily deals like this one behind me, it's other real estate deals, maybe we have an ATM machine fund that we do that's only available to accredited investors. There's all kinds of investment, private placement, venture capital, private equity deals that are only available if you are accredited. So if you do this, you can actually become accredited. Now a question comes up is, don't I have to become an investment advisor or have a sponsoring firm that will sponsor me to take this test? And the answer is no. There's a special form that you can fill out and you can take this test. It costs about $200. It's not that expensive. And I'm going to get into kind of how much work it is. It's actually not a ton of work, but you can take the test and you can actually become accredited that way. So the second thing is really, how much work is it, Bronson? How much work is it meant to be studying for weeks and months and years to try to take this test? It sounds like a lot. I was out of school years ago. I don't want to go back into it. What in the world? Well, officially, I believe, I don't have it in front of me, but I believe the requirement is about 40 hours of study to take this test. Now to me, I studied for a couple solid days, maybe about 16 hours. And I was able to pass. Now, all you need is a passing grade. Nobody's going to look at it. What'd you get? You have to get at least 80%. Now, a lot of the questions in here, there are things about what we call suitability, like what is a suitable investment? Just for example, Bob is 90 years old. He wants to do some high-risk venture capital thing. Does that fit Bob's objectives? The correct answer is no, right? Like he needs something a little more stable. So it's actually a really interesting test, because it gives you a lot of information about how to evaluate investments. I don't agree with all of what it says because it is biased kind of from a Wall Street standpoint. But again, when you're looking at risks and you're looking at things of what could go down, what are the things that could fail about this deal, it is very, very helpful. So if you take a weekend, you knock it out, you can get it done, and then once you pass it, you are now a accredited investor. So which I think is absolutely amazing that it is possible. So the third thing I want to say is, is it worth it? Is it worth the work? And I would say yes, yes, yes. And the reason why is because, again, it opens up all of these deals. It allows you to invest like the wealthy do. And, it doesn't really take a ton of work relative to what you get out of it. You get the ability to invest in the deals, and you also get the knowledge that will make you a better investor. So I don't think it's that much investment to be able to do. Let's say you want to space that out, you can space it out over a few weeks, but it's something that you could jump into. So I hope you take the chance to educate yourself that way and take this test. And if you're not accredited, this can get you on the road to be accredited and to be able to get access to those deals. So I'd love to hear from you if you have done this. I want you to share this video. If there's someone that you know that is not accredited that you think could benefit from this video, please share it with them, because I think it will really help them on their path. So I want to share this quote with you. This comes from the great Robert Frost. It says, "Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and it has made all the difference." So I hope that when you look at this, you'll take roads less traveled, because not because they're popular, but because you see the transformation possibilities in doing it. So I did a video here about why I left my job as an investment advisor, why I quit. Check it out up here, it's very interesting. And then I wanted to see in the comments below, would you consider taking the Series 65 to become accredited? Is that something that you would look into? So put that down below. Love to see in the comments. Feel free to reach out to me. Thanks for taking the time to educate yourself. Look forward to seeing you on the next video.